Hey guys, welcome back to Programmer Fila. We are on the Leetcode daily challenges. So today's we'll be discussing on three sum clauses problem. And and guys, if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe my channel. And okay, let's directly jump into the problem. So what problem? So today's we'll be discussing on 16 problem, which is a medium problem, and the problem name is a three sum. Okay, so it's a medium problem. So what it says, given an integer array nums of length and an integer target, so find the three integer in the num such that the sum of the clauses to the target. So what we have to do is, they have given one array list and they have given one target values. So we have to find the values by adding three values from that array, which will nearest to the target. Either it can be more than target or it can be less than target. It should be nearest by adding these three values. So let's directly jump into the problem, how we will be doing it. So in this problem, so I will be solving this problem by a two pointer approach. So in a two pointer approach, like I have to, the first thing what I have to initialize okay, so in the two pointer approach, the first step, I will be initializing the minimum difference in the difference variable with the largest values. And the second thing what I will be doing is, I will be sorting the input array which they have given as an input. Okay, and third step, like what we will be doing is, so we have to create a two loops. One is the outer and the second inner loop. So the outer loop, what it will do is, it will iterate from I, and the inner loop where we have to check start and end pointer. So if it is a start pointer is a less than end pointer, so we have to iterate. If it is a greater than or equals to, simply we have to terminate that inner loop. Okay, and the outer loop will iterate till difference should not matches with the 0. If it is matches with the 0, so we have to terminate or break outer loop as well. So when we are iterating outer loop, so what we have to do is, for the current position I, set the start I plus 1. So the current position we will set as a I, which will be at the starting, it will be a 0, and the start, so we'll create a two variable. The one is a start will initialize by I plus 1, and end variable will initialize last index value. Okay, then while the start pointer is smaller than end, so then we have to create one more while loop. We have to check if it is a less than the start pointer is a less than end. So simply is like we have to iterate and we have to check the values. It will go inside if it is matches the conditions. So first thing what we are doing is, we are setting some with the adding these three values at the starting, like I values will be 0, and start would be I plus 1, and num would be the end of the index. Okay, so we'll add these values in the sum variable. Then we'll check absolute difference values between sum and target is smaller than absolute values of difference. So we have to check, first we have to sum target, like first we have to get the difference from sum and target. If it is a smaller than, so then we have to get the difference by target minus sum. So we'll get the difference. If it is a not less than, simply what we have to do is, then we have to check the sum is a less than target. If it is a less than target, then simply we have to increase the start pointer. If it is a not less than or greater than, then simply we have to decrease the end pointer, and we'll iterate till start pointer less than end pointer. If it is equal or greater than, simply we have to terminate the while loop, and we will increase the ith position values, ith pointer values, and again we'll start the same. So we'll iterate till I and difference should not null. Okay, so if different is 0, then break the loop, and then simply will return target dot difference. Okay, so let's directly jump into the approach, like how we will be doing it. So let's take an examples. We have Okay, so after sorting, like it will become -4, -1, 1 and 2. As I said, like at the initial time, like what we will be doing, I will be a 0 and start will be in the next pointer, and would be in the last index for that arrays. What we will be doing, first we will be adding all those values, index values. So in the starting we have -4, -1, and similarly we have 2. So we'll add all these values. After adding we will get -3, and we will store into a sum variable. Okay, and then next thing what we will be checking, so we'll check the difference in between sum and target. So the target value is -3, and some value like the some value is -3 and the target value is 1, and then we'll compare with the difference. At the starting, like the difference is infinite, so we have to initialize the maximum integer values on the difference at the starting. Okay, so we have, so in the same time, like we will get 4, because whatever the values, -3, -1, so simply it will become 4. Okay, so this 4 we will assign to the difference. Then next thing what we will be check, if sum is less than target. So in our case sum is less than target, yes, then simply increase the start pointer, because it's a less than target, so we are increasing the target. So start would be 2 now, and add would be the same values whatever we have it. Then we will move to the next approach. As I said, like move to the next indexes, and again same thing what we will be doing. I is 0, start is 2 now, and is 3, which is already we have it in the last step. Again what we will be doing is we will sum all these 3 values. We will get -1 after adding these 3 values. Then again we will check the difference between sum and target. If it is smaller than the difference, simply we will store the values into difference. So difference values will get as a 2. Then the next step what we will be checking it, if it is sum is less than target, so simply we have to increase. So we are increasing the values of start, and would be the same values whatever we have it. Again we will move, so now difference we have 2. Okay, now we move to the step 3. So the start values move to the last index, and as I said, like we have one while condition in the inner loop. If it is a less than, like the start would, if start is a less than from end, so simply we have to terminate. So here like start and end pointer are pointing to the same index, so we will break the inner loop and increase the I pointer values. So I pointer values was 0, so simply I increase to 0 plus 1, it's become 1 now, and start should be less than end. So that is the conditions we have to check in the while inner loop. So we'll move to the step 4. Now the difference again, like it's 2 only, because we did nothing on the step 3. We simply increase the ith value. So now ith become 1 index, and start become to the second index, and would be on the last index. So again, like it's I is 0 now, start is 2, end is 3. Again we'll pick all these 3 values, and add these 3 values, and we will get sum as a 2. Then next condition what we are doing is checking the difference between sum and target. If it is a smaller than difference, then simply we have to assign the values. Okay, so we got the difference is -1. And again, if we have to check, like either we have to increase the start pointer or we have to decrease the end pointer. So we are checking sum is less than target, then simply we are decreasing the end values. So what start is, again like it will be the same, and end become 2 now. Earlier it was 3. Okay, so simply we did end minus. Okay, so now we'll move to the step 5. So the end pointer become in this index now. So it become 2 index, and start also pointing on the same index. So in that case, like as I said, like what we will be doing, I is 1 now, start is 2, and also 2 actually, and also 2. So inner loop will break, because start index not less than end, because both are same, both are equal. So outer loop also break. In that case, outer loop also break. Like in that case, if we increase these values, all will point on the same index, and we are not left like we are not any end index. So start and end will point on the same index. So simply will break both the inner and outer loop. And so as I said, like we have target values which they have given is 1. So to get the result values, we have to subtract from target to difference. So target minus difference, so target is 1, difference is -1, so it become 2, and the 2 result will return it. So how we have done in the code solutions, as I said, right, we are following first we have created one difference and assigned the max values in the difference, and then we have created size, and the size simply is we have assigned the size values, and then we have shorted it as I said earlier, and we have two loop, one is a outer loop and the other is a inner loop. So outer loop, what it is doing, it will start it from the first 0th index and will store all the values, start and end values. Start, as I said, I plus 1, and end would be size -1. Okay, and we have to iterate till start would be like it should not greater than end, till we'll iterate. And the first thing in the loop, first thing what we are doing is we are picking all those 3 index values and we are storing in a sum. And the next thing what we are doing is we are doing absolute value. First we are subtracting target minus sum, and we are checking with the difference. At the initial time it's there is no difference values, we have the maximum values, so simply it will assign the same values. And the next thing, we are checking sum is less than target, so simply we are increasing the start pointer, otherwise we are decreasing the end pointer. So it iterate all the values, and if we found something near or closest the target values, the simply will return target minus difference, and we will get 2 values. So guys, like I already wrote the program, and I don't want to waste your time. Okay, so we are giving this input -1, 2, 1 and 4, and the target values they have given 2, and in our case, like we are getting the same values. Let me submit this problem, we'll see. Okay, so it's successfully submitted the problem. Okay guys, thank you for watching my channel, and please like and subscribe my channel. Thank you.